Friday, Forrest sent me stuff late, so we're going off of the blue agenda. It just has the final item that Forrest gave you Friday afternoon. Use not the white one that you're
We have a roll call, please.
Mr. Stevens?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Steinkamp is absent, we have a quorum.
Okay, next thing on the agenda is the consent agenda items. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving on.
Public hearing. Alright, this one here.
Oh, okay. We always read this. This is a citizen's opportunity for comment and public comment reminder. Citizens' opportunity to address the council on items not on the agenda. The agenda item is set aside for comments from the public on topics of city business other than those listed on the agenda. Please understand that the council will not take action on your comments at this meeting. In accordance with the Iowa Open Meetings Law, the mayor and the city council welcome comments from the public pursuant to the adopted rules or procedure of the Alleman City Council. At no time is it appropriate to use profane, obscene, and slanderous language. The mayor may limit each speaker to 5 minutes. Okay, moving on to.
Do you have any public comments?
I'm sorry, that was pretty fast. Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody want to talk? Hi, you're.
She's with the
I'm on the
marching band.
list.
She's on the
Oh, the
agenda.
marching band. You're on the agenda,
Yes.
okay? Nobody else here, yes? Seeing none, we'll close this part, that part of it. And then we'll move down to the action discussion items. At this time, we'll open a public hearing, and the public hearing is to consider adoption of the 2025 comprehensive plan, a plan for expansion and land use. And land use. And I will defer to Mike for answering any questions that you would have before we adopt it.
I think, maybe, Gary, planning commission.
Yep, I was a part of this. We reviewed it. It's gonna help the community set precedents in being attuned with the codes of the state of Iowa. It's gonna help us annex land in the future. It'll short stream that. It's shown us that we're aware of the I-35 corridor coming up, all the potential land uses, the job opportunities, if all that comes to factories and stuff moving up this way. It's a very good thing for the city of Alleman, and we'll be set and ready to go when our time comes to be able to annex land and set it forth into the community and be part of the ever-growing I-35 corridor. So
Excellent.
that's what it is.
Any other comments, Bill?
I never looked over that well, but what I seen them at I liked, so I've been on a couple of them already, so.
Very good. Scott?
I'm good.
Okay, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Smith?
Yes?
Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
All right, very good, it passes. Now do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Good job.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next item on the agenda is, receive and file the North Polk Homecoming Parade.
I stuck in here, just because Mike was here to answer these questions, this letter. You wanna talk about your letter really quick before we
Yes,
move on?
Oh, well-
you can talk about it, but
I had a-
Sherry got
I
called.
had a phone call, it was a piece of property on the other side of the interstate, right at 142nd.
The northeast
That gentleman, the northeast corner, the gentleman would like to annex into Alleman. It's not in our comp plan, it's kind of far away, so I had reached out to Mike to ask him his opinion on annexing that into the city.
No, it's 142.6 acres, but it's on the east side of the interstate. So
The gentleman told me he had reached out to Elkhart and Ankeny, and neither one wanted it, and that was why he called
I
here.
called,
But then he called and talked to Elkhart and got a different answer.
yeah, Katie Wilson, but she hasn't been here. She said since she's been there, she has never been contacted. And I kind of initiated the idea, maybe you need to have an expansion plan for your city. So, but that gives us an opportunity to start dialogue with them. That could lead to this cooperation. And instead of just talking to the mayor or somebody, let's go before the city council. And we're sending a copy to the county, our county supervisor, Jill Alter, and to the city development board, because Matt Rasmussen was, when he was there, a lot of the stuff we were doing with Ankeny, I was sending copies to them, keep them informed that we are being proactive in working with our neighbors, and that's the main thing. We're trying to plan in cooperation with our neighbors, and that's probably the main thing there. And it also gives us a chance to discuss the boundary, get a 2080 agreement. And also, there's gonna be future improvements on the interstate, you know, interchanges. It's way down the road, but at least when you have an agreement with them, that sets a precedent for the future.
Is it adjacent to the existing boundaries of the city of Alleman?
No, no.
No.
We would have to do stall and go, no, that,
But we have favorable from Tweet, I've had signatures and Stall,
Yes.
yeah.
and we're kind of hesitant to jump on bringing them on, because then we would have to assume the maintenance of the road, and so we're just kind of waiting, you know, and we'll play our cards.
I'd like to see the stalls get in and then
Yeah.
this 142
I'll-
acres, so that we're not,
This is,
Yeah.
this is
That's-
kind of,
What
there's other things.
Well, the thing what this does, it brings Elkhart to the table. If they say no, they say, well, you know, and we've informed the county, and we've informed the city development board.
This is very.
They're saying we're trying to be proactive in working with our neighbor, which we should be. You know, they need to plan, they're working on their comp plan now, now's the time to talk to them. You know, and, so,
And we could get a 2080 agreement down the road,
yeah,
like we would with, if we went from Ankeny,
Yeah,
and we'd
yeah.
have one with them, so
yeah.
this is
And
the
then
start of that process.
Yeah.
that's good.
But the thing about it is, we have never really been able to talk to them about our whole plan and you know, about what we're planning and the regional. So this would give an opportunity, we can go to
Yeah, yeah.
a council meeting and just say, we're asking for cooperation.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
And then also, I went through the property ownerships on the Elkhart side. You go down the road there, you got all, past that, and then also Alleman. So, yeah, right down 142nd Street. You got all balls, and then Alleman.
So what are we gonna tell these people?
Well, we're gonna right now, just hold off. Just hold off, we're gonna talk to Elkhart.
This is what we.
The goal is
This letter is getting sent to Elkhart.
Elkhart, to the city of Elkhart, and then copies to, this county, our county supervisor, and
But
to,
what are you telling these people?
that's going to Elkhart.
Oh,
So
shut up.
just to hold off.
We're gonna hold off
Yeah, because
till
we'd have to amend our. comp plan.
springtime or
No,
midsummer?
just say we gotta do some investigation.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta tell them something, just so
Yeah,
not,
just
not
tell
hold
them
off.
that we, yeah, cause like
Okay.
I said, Jill, or Katie said she had never been contacted since she's been there.
Yeah, investigate the,
Yeah.
situation, but see,
Yeah, cause we
to
gotta.
where it's
we
gonna
gotta
enhance
annex out
the
there.
city of Allen.
And it would be nice to be friendly with the county.
Yeah,
To get-
and tell them that. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
cause
okay.
counties would be, so,
Okay,
anyway.
moving on, unless there's another question. Moving on, North Oak Homecoming Parade on September 26th, you got a, in front of you the pink.
Yeah, it's right
those are probably things we need to address.
The Central Elementary will be available for band students to use for restrooms. We are also bringing in some portable restrooms.
Okay.
I'm not sure how many.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, Brandon uses.
Yeah, maps to locate them for people. Yep, yep, good, good.
We'll have a rock concert and something happens.
Yeah, well, just be aware there will be a lot of people in town. We're gonna try to keep them where they need to be.
Yeah.
And it will go not super late, hopefully. You know, some of that's weather dependent. If we don't have any delays, it should end around 10 o'clock.
And you're gonna sell food to all these individuals and drinks.
This is all gonna be on our website to notify, people in town. If somebody gets on there, I know it's in Alleman, they can punch it up. All the information that you told us can be put on our website. It'll be on the school's website.
I
Yeah,
can send you a link to our website.
well, yeah, so we can put it on ours so the citizens that don't do your thing, I don't do that thing. So, my wife informs me. So everybody has an avenue to get to that, to be informed of what's going on, so we don't have that, citizen out there screaming in the street, yeah. So, yeah, everybody needs informed.
Yeah, the only thing that's missing is the street closure for the city band.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Bridget, any other questions, guys?
Do you have any questions, Officer Shane?
Not yet. Okay, moving on, you're up. Ted?
Hello. So these are the numbers for August. 70 calls for service. As you can see, 21 of those are the SRO running around with different schools. So 41. It's been pretty smooth since school got back in session, traffic wise and everything else.
One of your officers issued the first parking ticket.
What's that?
One of your
Yeah.
officers issued the first parking ticket
Yeah.
in the history of all of us. So, I hope it goes well with your track system and all that stuff, so from now on, you can, issue our ordinances,
The city ones.
the
Yes.
city ones, and
Thanks
this
for
is
coming.
our
Thank
attorney,
you.
this is our attorney who will represent you in court,
Right.
whatever, so. And hopefully that works smoothly. Anything else, guys?
Where was that, the
134th and Denver on the first stop. $18.75.
And where did the 1875 go? Oh, really? Oh,
Clerk of court.
clerk of court?
Yes.
Who was the clerk?
They want to see my, oh, goody.
Okay, thank you very much, Lucian. Yes, sir. Next on the item, our agenda is receive and file outstanding obligations, disclosure statement report. You want to explain that one?
It's just the yearly report. It's got the bottom numbers that track the 47 now. And the top number is the it's the street repair project, but
Stormwater improvements project.
TIF money. TIF.
Tip.
There's no one is TIF. The bottom one is the check.
And that's ours only then.
That's it.
That's pretty awesome.
I think so
I
too.
think we glossed over that pretty quickly. Is there any avenue that we can just take the truck off?
We can look at maybe budgeting that when we do the budget for next year.
That's not like.
I didn't know if there was a benefit to have it.
It has very low interest rate, has a 1% interest rate.
It's like 1%. You know, 1% interest account.
But if you got the money, that's 1%, you can put somewhere else.
We can put that money in.
Into having someone come and clean the city hall.
You want it, you know that,
And that's fine. I can
just a budget. Let's just put it in there. Good idea. It's a good idea to do it. Very good. Next item is, the Board of Adjustments meeting with new member, Randy Bode.
Mr. Vogt got here this evening, so he's not able to be here, we'll just push it out until next month.
Where's Randy live?
In the estates across the street from.
He kinda lives in there.
What's his background? Does he have
Construction.
construction? Yeah, okay.
He volunteered, I didn't even have to ask him, we have to pay people. He stepped forward wanting to try it, so.
Good.
Let's get people involved.
Well, and we need the people that have construction background too. We don't need a chef on the Board of Adjustments that doesn't understand that kind of stuff. We need to get and they don't have to be well versed at it, but they need to have a little bit of knowledge of the dynamics of what goes into it. That's good. I think he'll be a good candidate.
Okay, next item on the agenda is a motion to consider resolution 2025-043. It's a resolution authorizing purchase of driver feedback sign. I think that we have 2, 3, and we're asking for one more.
No.
I think one, or what?
We are asking for 2, though the paperwork I have says 3. I think that was an accident because this was from the original, so we'll amend that. But it is for up to $7,000. The signs are $3,358 a piece, and there's some minor things, minor additions in there, the posts, the security bolts, so on and so forth. So yeah, about $7,000 for 2 of them. Bill, I know you weren't here at the time, so I didn't get you that packet, but I had given everybody that packet with all the information about these signs and a map showing where we would place the new ones. That would be,
Was that map part of this?
that map is not in this, that is something that was done, I believe it was the August.
So we have the map,
You guys-
This is a good spot, this is,
Yeah, so it was 134th.
so I'll just ask that map be included in this. Just as, here's our plan,
Yeah,
instead of, we're gonna put, okay, more in and,
Yeah.
so here's the plan.
yeah, it was
Put it
limited.
in there.
Yeah, that's
So this was
transparency.
right. It was discussed at the last meeting for the location.
I kind of remember, I was there the last one, I remember. So we gotta raise this to say 12,000 instead of 7, give you 2.
No, we don't need. Well, I mean,
I thought you wanted 3.
I do not. I wanted 2.
Oh, 2, no, typer.
Yeah.
I thought we were putting one out here, because there's one on that side of the school, I thought you wanted one over here too, so that was my misunderstanding.
You got 2
Yeah, I
coming in this way already. and
I don't believe there was any discussion about 6th at the last meeting. We only had discussion about 134th.
So there's
And 142.
Let's do the 2.
Yeah.
You wanna add more later, but not later.
So it's not to have it. It's not to catch the traffic going out of town. It's just for us to get signage on all the places coming into town. 134th from, or 134th coming in from 69. That's where one would be placed. 142nd, So it's just the traffic that's coming into town. We're taking up those avenues. That's all.
So I would make a motion to, purchase 2 driver feedback signs, to also include in the resolution the map showing where it is. And then we can move forward.
Aye.
Favor?
Bill said.
Okay, motion, next thing is a motion to consider paying estimate number 2 as presented by Eastman Kim for payment to Jet Brady Service.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
They haven't been in town working. Why do you pay someone that don't come to work?
I think, Logan, Chris, I just need to get a second
our options were, have them leave for a few days and tidy up another job, or keep them here and they would finish everything here, and then we lose them for 5 weeks, do another job while we're waiting for gas services to be relocated. That would push our job back for another 5 weeks. So I made the decision to just say, hey, yeah, if you can tidy up another job and still keep us active, and then come back and they'll work behind the gas relocations, that's the best thing to do. We're
It's
saving.
been 2 weeks. I left for Old Thrashers and came back, and my road's still trashed.
They were here the Friday. They were here. Excuse me. They were here. Yeah, they were here the Thursday and Friday of Labor Day weekend, and then from Labor Day weekend, that is when they moved to tidy up a different job. So everything that is on this has been double checked. I went through the pay apps as soon as they were set out. Everything that they've got listed in here is double checked by me and Kay. So these are all things that have already been completed, and or items, materials that have already been purchased, were on site, stored on site, installed, things like that. So
You know what, and I know it's aggravating, but Mid-American Energy is a big operation, and I pulled a couple strings, and that's just a citizen. I mean, and we're running into unforeseen circumstances, under the ground, nobody knows. I mean, you're finding stuff that just has to be relocated, but, you know, it's what it is, but I'm very, very confident that this project's gonna get done. On a timely manner, and, everybody,
I'll put it this way. We estimate that we have about 10 working days of pipe installation left until we are done with the pipe installation. And then we're moving to backfill grading, concrete, and our punch list items. So, all in all, we're on a pretty good schedule despite the massive setbacks we've had. So,
it's a very nice project.
My comment into it is, Logan has verified that this is work that they have done, whether they're here or not. They have done this work.
They've already got one thing.
Let me finish. B&K, said they have finished this work. They finished the work, and they've done the work that they're asking we need to finish.
I hold your deal very highly, but
Okay.
Yeah.
And we've got discussion, and, we have it on the table. I think it's important, Barry, I know you've got your feathers on this thing, but,
Can I add one thing?
yes, sir.
We also have the resident, we don't pay them for what work that they have done. It might not be as, they might, oh, well, let's go finish this other job first, because they're not paying us. And then we get into a time thing of, now we can't finish this year, and everybody yards for another.
I think we're second, third class citizens on this whole project anyway. I talked to some other people that had Beecher and Kim do it. They're not happy with Forest and what's happened over there. Their system, their sewer system, they're all mad about that. This is going downhill fast, and I'm not liking it. So I
So
got,
it's going downhill because they haven't showed up, is that what they see with it? All this?
no, I went and looked at some stuff there. I just don't, trash in the bottom of the pipes, plastic and stuff, trash in neighbors' yards, and it's from them guys. It's just ridiculous.
okay, I
The
want to
way
make
they
something
running around.
very clear. When we have a construction area that's listed as a construction area, and we ask that all residents, that includes council members, your residents, just the same, to maintain a 50-foot radius, not be getting into the holes or getting down into structures, things like that. That is for the safety of our residents. Now, these guys, they don't want to leave something on the ground. I get it. You know, maybe they put some trash in the structure so that it was captured, it wasn't blowing in the wind. guys have been doing a great job fixing, working with me, doing all that. So I don't want to be too hard on them. I think they've done a fantastic job. They've helped address some other concerns that I had, and we're moving forward. Especially considering all the setbacks we've had, we're moving forward at an appropriate pace.
Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
No.
Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenbaum?
Yeah, we'd like to, Mike's got a really colorful map here.
Updated?
What I did, I took the copy of our plan, and then the gray are properties that we're aware of that are developers or that people that would develop if they had sewer. And you can see there's a total of 1,489 acres. 1 and 2 is, one is Muehlenthaler, and now you've got these kind of drawings, I handed some out the last time I was here. And then people signed on, Muehlenthaler signed on over a year and a half ago. I'm gonna have them sign again. And then number 2 is the Harmon properties. There's 3 different ownership names, and it's all Harmon matches. And, then we have a 3 over here, and that's a new one. Bob's been talking to some developer, but that land is for sale. And I think they even talked about a convenience store there. Now that would have to start out on septic. And they need to design it right at 142nd and the free and Highway 69 in the southeast corner. Now actually the owner of that 3 is Barnes Century Farm, which won't be done. They also own the land south 40 acres of that. South of 3 is owned under a different ownership name, but we haven't been contacted. I need to get hold of them. Anyway, 3 and then 4, 5, the 2, 5, that's Doyle. You can read in the list there. Elwell. 4 is Roseanne Rogers. And then it was Denny Elwell, but they got a different Margaret. Number 6.
Margaret James is his son.
James and Margaret? Oh, really? Oh, okay. So that's 6, and then 7 is her. They're developers, and she's been in here wanting sewer. That's for the whole family. Then we go down here, and we got, well, 7, yeah, that's part of that. 8 is Stall, up against the interstate. And you got the 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Those are people that have talked to Ankeny. But I talked to Ankeny too, and they're gonna hold off on doing anything with that until we get sewer.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
That was actually the moratorium map that we had looked at a couple of years ago. So now the north side of it.
The stall at number 8 is dead set on Ankeny. You're not going to get them to sign it at all. She was up here screaming.
Yeah, but she wants sewer.
Yes.
Now Ankeny has to go along with that. Ankeny has to go along with that. And we've been told, and it's there, we can get sewer very often.
Yeah, I'm at that meeting with you guys.
If they want sewer and they want to be able to develop, if you don't have sewer, they want to go to Ankeny. Now the problem with Ankeny is, they come up here, all farther they can go is 134th Street. They can't go up Sir Elwell's to the north. They can't go up here. The size of the pipes there will not handle it. Or going all the way down. But Don Clark, the municipal utilities director, told me that's all the farther they go. And then you gotta consider density for it. You know, I got apartments on there, it's near the interstate, we got stuff, can that sewer handle that flow of sewer coming out of their property? You know, that might be designed for single family homes.
How How many acres is that number?
It's, should be on here.
156.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, but, these
Yeah,
people
yeah, I
down
see.
here, actually 14 is Mueller, and he gave me a copy where they actually were contacted by, after we proposed the sewer, City of Alleman can actually contact those people to see if they can sign up for sewer. After we had proposed sewer in there. But, anyway, at this point, Anthony's okay with their conference. They're aware of it, and these people aren't, but I'll go talk to them. I'm gonna write up one of these and just basically stating that what we wanna do is just have them confirm that they want sewer so we can develop, that's all. I'm not gonna say Alleman or it. So,
Before we, close out, are you done?
anyway, I wanted to let you know that, there'll be over 1,500 with this other 40 up here for sure, there's probably one here. So anyway, what I'm gonna do, then I went over and looked at Elkhart, and right down 142nd Street, Elwell's got nearly 300 acres. Just right down east of there, not far from that property. And then the east of that is Elwell, that's 88 acres. Then, anyway, you add that to ours, we're close to 4 square miles of land that can contribute toward payment toward a sewer system,
Yeah.
a sewer system. And I'm gonna take numbers, I don't know what Elkhart to be. I'm gonna take each of these parcels, it's got land use for it now. I will apply value and population to what that would generate. And then we go to the county.
There you go.
And then we go to the WRA and start talking to the DNR.
And we'll have a new comprehensive plan.
We got one, we got one.
Well,
We got
I mean,
implement.
the one that we adopted tonight.
Yeah, we adopted, yep. And then another thing we're gonna have to do, and I talked to you a while back, Bill, I talked to you too, I think back when we started working on this. The next thing is that we'll need to do a new zoning ordinance. Well, I have, this is based upon what I did in Norwalk, so we'll pull that, change some names, make some alterations,
Yeah,
and we'll have a new zoning ordinance.
there you go.
We'll review
Goes
it,
right in.
save some money, and so anyway, that's all I gotta say.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a problem paying them people the day they show up, and they're gonna finish the project. So if they showed up tomorrow and is gonna finish the project, I don't have a problem paying them. But until they get here, I have a hard time paying someone that keeps ending up. So, if we need to make a new vote, and the day they show up,
I think you understand, because I saw them on the skid loader that we brought. You took it down.
no, they need to be here until they finish.
We already voted that we were gonna pay.
But,
We already voted that we were gonna pay.
how's that?
You just voted a little bit.
3 to 2.
It's 3 to 2.
It passed.
2 to 1.
How's that? There's only 3 councilmen here.
That's a quorum.
Yeah,
I said yes, you said yes, you said no.
yeah,
So,
2-1 vote.
yeah.
It's good for me.
Well, but, Perry, we're here.
Yeah, I think it's a bad deal.
We'll do that. Okay.
Alright.
The only comments that I have, I don't know, did everybody go to, the DOT's meeting down at the?
I did.
The deal? I spent all my time talking to the chief engineer, and, I kinda let her know that, it's not such a good idea, what they're coming up with regards to 134th Avenue. I did glean that they are gonna do the project, and, I talked to her at length, stressed to her that it'd probably be a lot better if they put the detour at 210 over the interstate and come south, and
they're putting in the roundabout.
I'm sure that they're gonna do
Well,
that.
how they gonna re-up?
No, that, 4 Mile Creek Bridge is not very far off of that, they're gonna have to put in
Yeah,
a
they're gonna do
triple
that.
wide.
They're gonna do that one too. That bridge is slated also, and so it's gonna be, and what I really shared with her was, you know, I said, a lot of these bridges and this roundabout are for the benefit of growth and economic development for the city of Aiken. And I said, well, what does Alleman get out of this? You know, that's why I stressed to her, I said, you're doing all this stuff for Aiken. We're all, what are we gonna get? She just really was kind of dumbfounded about that. And I just reminded her.
For
that-
second, third class,
I know, and I just reminded her that, you know, it's not acceptable. We wanna be part of the game too. You know, as to what we can do or what we can request, that's something you guys will have to, you know.
and people were asking me about that, and I told them, you don't understand the way the DOT works. They're doing this as a courtesy thing. It's set in stone already, they're gonna do it.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, I just said, you know, you have to understand, I said, we got 1,500 people come to town every day for school, you know, and, there's some things that just need to be tended to. And, so I spent my time talking to her.
They're also doing a roundabout on 210, that's just the DOT's thing now, they're doing roundabout on 126 and 210. I don't think it has as much to do with Aiken as you guys are letting it fester.
This will be the first one that the DOT has put in on that highly heavy travel road.
Yeah. They only work for low mileage roads.
Highway 30 and also.
Well, you know what, nobody thought that First Street and the interstate would work, and you know what, I kind of
They'll
like that.
tear that
It
out
works
someday.
I don't know what they're, I'm getting used to it.
Why put it in if you're gonna tear it out someday?
I heard more people complain about the roundabout than the additional traffic that might come while we were doing it. And there might have been one or two people that I heard that were thought was an okay idea. I asked myself, how is this going to affect me today? How is this going to affect me 10 years from now? They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
I just
that's
wanna
right,
protect-
they're
I
gonna
wanna
do what they're
protect
gonna do.
I wanna protect the people in the community from not getting run over. Yes, they're putting a roundabout in because it saves lives. Well, what's gonna happen when they start detouring and more traffic through town and what have you? But
Anybody get any feedback on the 134th and speed?
I haven't gotten much conversations about
Did
speed.
you notice it?
I haven't noticed it as much. Maybe I'm getting used to it. Maybe I'm not around when the kids come.
Yeah.
I've talked to a few people about speed bumps. Some people say this is crazy. Some people say this might be an okay thing. So it's up and down the game of that whole thing.
Do the staggered start times, do you think that makes a difference? They're not all
I don't
moving at the
know.
same time?
I don't know if that is better or if that makes it worse because now there's traffic for a longer period
Yes,
of
from
time.
7:30 to 8:30 now.
Well, we're gonna get the sign that Logan we voted on. I think there's, that would give us date, time, and speeds. That should probably give us a lot of data. A lot of data to base our decisions on. And you know, if anybody's inclined to go for the speed bumps, you know, they shut down about when it gets slow. You know, and then they're done for the year. So if you're inclined to move that direction, bring it up.
I think the most important thing with getting these signs is the ability that we have to do a comparison report and see what the difference is in traffic coming from coming in during the school times and then when school is out. I've done that on the ones that we have now. There's differences in counts in some areas and not speed, and in some, say 6, there's differences in speed. So I think each road has a kind of that's something that I can work out and present to the council.
Anything else, gentlemen? No, I'm good. I have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second? I'll second